How's everyone doing today? SwasAye back with something really different this time. I've been thinking that I want to do something with people that are in a field or people that are currently going through something and call it Rocket Life Advice. It's a working title, we'll figure it out. Today I have Higuablas here, who is a nurse, been in the medical industry for a few years now. I mean, obviously all the schooling. I figured it would be a good idea to have him come on and kind of talk about just what we can keep an eye out for as far as your health, maybe when you're dealing with hospitals, or anything else that comes up. And we can play a few games while we talk about it. Higuablas, Phil, buddy, how are you, man?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Good, good. Now, when I bring this up, is there, anything that comes to your mind right away?
Yeah, just seeing as much as I've seen in the hospital, a really big thing is just diet. People let their diets get out of control, and it just leads to really, really bad stuff.
Okay.
But,
so, why exactly is, especially with, the idea of video games and everything that comes with it. Yeah, you're sitting in a chair for hours a day. Why is maintaining your health so important?
Yeah, that's the worst thing you could be is live a sedentary lifestyle. But I see people, they have, heart attacks just from eating horrible or uncontrolled diabetes, and it's, I've seen people get limbs cut off, legs cut off just from being so sedentary and just not caring about their health until it's really too late.
Think how we're not getting graphic right away. What's your biggest piece of advice for someone, that does play video games, 70 hours a day?
At least for me, back when I was in high school, I pushed 350 pounds at my highest. And, that was just me not eating right, playing video games all day, not moving. And it really started to take a toll. So, throughout the games, just at least getting out and doing some kind of activity for an hour really would helps your body out, gets your heart pumping, because, heart failure is like the leading killer, and especially males. And
pinch.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you recommend for people to get out and do? I know exercise, but is just going for a walk okay, or would you recommend people
anything to get your heart pumping?
Okay.
Anything just to get get that cardio in.
So you don't necessarily need a gym membership. You don't need to be lifting weights. Just go out and do something.
Yeah, just be active.
God, that dude flew by me.
But since I lost all my weight, my 100 plus pounds, you just feel so much better, and you can get away with being sedentary as long as you get an hour or so of exercise in every day.
All right, so is there anything else that you would recommend to aid your health? You talked about dieting. I know myself, I'm working on improving my diet, and
yeah, it's
dude,
tough.
It's rough.
That's the toughest part, especially I'll have a rough day at work, and the first thing I want to do is come home and just eat everything in the house. You can have your cheat days, but it's all just about consistency. Just getting in a routine, finding the foods you like. Really limiting those carbs and sugars and all the salt. That's the thing that does a lot of people in, is all that salt.
Okay. So there's the term that's been flying around, I feel more often lately. Superfoods? You know anything about that? Do you recommend any quote unquote superfoods, or?
When I lost all my weight, the one that I was super into religiously was kale. Kale is the biggest superfood fat burner. If you eat enough of it, I swear that works wonders. It's crazy. It is the ultimate superfood in my mind.
Okay. Anything else? I recently had quinoa for the first time. I think that's how you say it.
Quinoa.
Quinoa, and
yeah.
I liked it. I was a fan.
It's good, but you can get away with brown rice too. Anything, all that fiber. I was really big into raspberry ketones too. That does wonder.
I don't even know
if you ever tried them. Never tried them. Yeah, raspberry ketones really get your metabolism going.
So it's not just a raspberry, though.
No, God, you gotta eat 50,000 pounds of raspberries to equal like 1 pill.
Oh, okay, so it's a pill. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pill, it's a supplement. Yeah.
So one of the like I used to work out a little bit more. Good save there. And I would take the multivitamins and the fish oil. Is like, how important is that if you are lifting weights?
Well, me personally, I do 3 servings of amino acids every day. I do glutamine 3 times a day. I do the fish oils 3 times a day, which really helps with heart health.
Okay. How often do you work out a week now? Is it every day or?
It's 4 days a week. So I work 4 days a week, then I'll work out 4 days a week. I wish I could do more. It's just like, you know, working and coming home 8 o'clock, just like I'm dead by the time I get home.
So, oh my god, I just got slammed. One of the things, you know, working as much as you do, I imagine you spent some time in the night shift.
Oh yeah, that was my first like 3 years of my life, and I was miserable.
So
absolutely miserable.
But like why is it just the hours, or is it people are?
No, because your body's not used to being up like all night and sleeping all day. You're just so backwards, and you gain weight, and you're eating at the wrong times. Like, you shouldn't be eating at 4 in the morning. You know, that's like a night shifter's break time. It's just it's so rough on the body. But you know, when you're new in any job like that, that's like what they make you do.
Yeah. I mean, one of the other things that I've heard quite a bit is the intermittent fasting.
Which I do.
You do that. It's so.
I'm doing that right now.
Do you feel like it works quite a bit for you?
Uh huh. It nice shot.
Thank you.
So it's just like it's nice because like you kind of train your body after, you know, 8. For me, it's when I get home at 8, and then I don't eat anything until noon. And it's just, I just do water in between, and it feels like I just feel like so much more energetic. I'm losing weight. I'm still gaining muscle, which is nice. It's just really in those 8 hours, you gotta make sure that you're getting enough like nutrients and.
So can you explain exactly what is intermittent fasting?
So, for me, it's 16 hours. I don't eat anything. It's from 8 p.m. until noon the next day. I'll do water for those hours, and it really just aims to like, it helps your metabolism, helps you lose weight. Because you know, nighttime snacking is like the worst thing for weight loss. You shouldn't be snacking past a certain time. A lot of people do till 6, but I mean, I don't get home till 8. I'm not gonna not eat, you know.
Yeah. No, I snack probably at 11. I like, my favorite thing is just Chips Ahoy cookies and milk. I probably do that like 2 or 3 times a week.
Oh yeah, back in my heyday.
It's not good.
Back in my heyday, I can crush an entire thing of Oreos in like 5 minutes.
Oh man, they are good.
Man, I mean, that's the worst thing, is to eat before you go to bed. And you know, working in the medical field, seeing everything I've seen, it was like a really big wake-up call. I was like, man, you know, I'm pushing like 400 pounds. I'm not doing much. Like, I'm gonna end up like these people, you know. And all the young people think you're like invincible. They're like, oh, that'll never happen to me, but it will. It will, 100%.
So that's the other thing, is, you know, you should start kind of worrying about your health as soon as you can. Take advantage of working out and just enjoying, you know, like trying to be productive. And oh my god, there goes my flip. What a fake. And just like being conscious of your health. You know, like what Hugwablis has said is a lot of this is you can. Oh my god, I'm trying to hit double taps and whatnot. You can do all of these things, but you just got to be careful when you're doing them. You know, like moderation is key. You gotta stay active. You gotta exercise. But I want to ask you a few questions. That's maybe a little bit different. So you've worked. How long have you worked in a hospital?
I'm coming up on 5 years total in the medical field.
Would you take any of it back?
You know what? No, it's really.
Sorry.
It's really helped my just overall healthy lifestyle. Just seeing I know it's bad to say, but just seeing everyone who's kind of like not taking care of themselves and made me more aware of like what I should and shouldn't be doing. The only thing I would take back, I don't think I would do nights as long as I did, because I put more weight on after I started working nights. But no, I absolutely love what I do. I love helping people.
Okay.
It's made me a healthier person overall, for sure.
So, if I were to go to the doctor, what advice would you give me? Like, is there anything I should keep an eye out for? What should I be asking when I go?
I really would pay attention to anything heart health related. Cholesterol is a big thing that leads to a lot of problems, especially for guys. Your blood pressure, a lot of people let their blood pressure go uncontrolled for a long time, and leads to strokes. And nice, especially for especially for males too. As you get older, your prostate too. I mean, that's a big problem for males. So if anyone out there is 40 or older, consider the old prostate exam. Make sure you get it done.
Get the inside of your butt checked. Okay, so now I got a few more questions. We'll probably just do two games here. But for you, what would make your life easier? What would make a nurse's life easier?
Like in the job field, you're saying? Like when I'm at work?
Yeah.
I'd probably say the thing that stresses me out the most is having to take care of 7 to 8 patients a day. It doesn't sound like a lot, but trying to manage the lives of 7 to 8 people is really tough. But there's such a shortage of nurses out there that they can't keep up with it, and all the baby boomers now are getting so sick. Their health is just catching up to them. It's almost impossible to not have that kind of staffing ratios.
Okay.
And that's the one thing I'm really getting burned out with is all that. And then I'll come home and just demolish ice cream after a long shift, and
would you
probably not the best decision, but
so what could be done to make your daily shift easier? Like if my grandparents were in the hospital and you're doing everything that you're doing, what could I do to make things easier for you?
A lot of families, think that they're they're being I know they're concerned about their loved ones, but man, they could be intense. That creates a lot of stress for me during my day. It's just all the constant oh, I need to talk to this doctor. I need this. I need this. Just we have it under control. We know we're aware of a lot more than you think we're aware of.
So
let us do our jobs.
Maybe just some patience.
Roll one. No. Yeah, patience for sure. I mean, a lot of families and patients are sitting in an empty room. They don't realize that they're not the only one on the floor, and they don't really kind of realize what's going on. So just having an understanding that nurses are, when a lot of people think that we're just sitting down when we're not in the room. No, we're kind of running our asses off. Nice shot. Paying attention to 7 people's lives, and I wish more people would understand that, because it would make it a lot easier during the day.
All right. Well, it looks like they both left. That might be game right there. I'm going to ask one more question before we go, as we get to jump and boost around. But is there any helpful tips that you can give people just when dealing with hospitals in general?
Definitely don't bring young kids there. That's a big pet peeve of mine, is seeing families bring little children there. It's so disgusting. So many germs. They're not ready for all that stuff. That's gross. I don't know, and if you have any concerns, just make sure you go. A lot of people don't want to go because they're trying to be all tough, and your health really matters. You only get one life. Once stuff happens, it's hard to reverse it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. You only have one opportunity to reach Grand Champion in Rocket League. You gotta make this opportunity count. Phil Higualas, dude, thank you very much for giving some life advice. This was cool, and I hope that we're going to be able to do more of these.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Everyone else, take care. See you soon.